basically sun is coming in the east, going in the west. It is doing its dharma. Okay, so in same shastra it is saying, I always say that shloka also, Jivanam Vardhanam cha api dhriyate sah dharma. Jivanam Vardhanam cha api dhriyate sah dharma. What is the meaning of that? Jivanam, it's life. Vardhanam means its growth. So when there is a life, an existence, and there is a growth, Jivanam Vardhanam cha api. Api means, it's an adjective which normally in Sanskrit we add to add. Okay, it's an adjunct to that. So Jivanam Vardhanam cha api dhriyate. Dhriyate means dharan. It's holding, upholding. Jivanam Vardhanam cha api dhriyate sah dharma. So that means it's having its life, it's having its growth. Then that is dharma. So basically dharma means we should do such a thing which is good for me, which is livable for me, and along with that it will help me to grow in future. That means people say a person is doing a lot of adharmas, but still he is growing in the life because he is doing actual dharma. Up to certain extent he is doing adharma in your sense. Basically I will say in this way. Dharma means what? Today you have a bicycle, tomorrow you may want a car. And to get that car, what you need to do, you are doing in your life. That means you are doing dharma actually. This is for existence. So for existence if you are doing really dharma. Okay? So dharma, and because Sanskrit also saying the same thing. I will just relate to Thakur's, what Thakur is saying. बचना और बढ़ना उसको ही तुम धर्म समझना. Live and grow. That's what is dharma. It's exactly translate of your Upanishad, what you are saying. Jivanam Vardhanam cha api dhriyate sah dharma. So first bacho, you live, then badho. It's growth. Then that is what is dharma is all about. So we should follow the dharma. We should understand what is the meaning of the thing. There is an in Nari, I remember one of the Thakur's Bani, Brata and Niyam. In Oriya I remember actually Brata Niyam, you should not leave the Brata and Niyam. We are thinking that, okay, few people say, in Satsang actually few people say, if you are praying Thakurji, you leave other things and other things. It's not the fact. Thakur, he will not say in Narinati. Narinati, Thakurji is saying, Brata and Niyam, I remember this Bani. You should understand the essence of that. Why people do Brata and Niyam. That's what the main motto of that. If you are thinking, let's say, people say, I am doing Upavas. What is the meaning of Upavas? Upavas meaning is not fasting. Upavas meaning is you stay nearer to God. Upavas means you should stay nearer to God. You should think actually whole day about God on that specific day. You may not do whole over the day, throughout the year, throughout the month, because it's all about, in the current scenario, how the works. But in a specific day, at least you spend your time throughout the God, you think of the God whole day. That's why we say it is Upavas. Upavas. So this is how I just trying to connect back the statement. What Thakurji is saying. Thakurji is saying what's really practical. It never goes on a fancy way. Okay, Thakurji always says in a practical way. Because I remember, I will go back to my old starting where I started. What is dharma? So dharma point of view, we understand what is dharma. So this is where Thakur also saying, we say Hindu dharma, Muslim dharma, Christian dharma. Thakur is saying there is no such dharma. This is the doctrines. It's all about your motto in Sanskrit, in Oriya, in Bengali you can say. It's English, it is doctrines. These are all the doctrines. So source, Thakur is saying, Thakur's Bani is saying, source of all ism is existentialism. There is no Hinduism, no Christianism, no Jainism, no Buddhism. Source of all ism in existentialism. If there is no existence, where you will do dharma? Because you will live first, then you will fight. Actually, first you live. If you don't live, then where you will observe your dharma and other things. This is where Thakur is coming, the root of all. So source of allism is existentialism. You try to uphold your existence, and to uphold the existence, you have to do the dharma. It's actually, it's a feedback loop. To afford the existence, you need to do the dharma. And you are saying dharma is my ism. It's a cycle. Okay, so that's how we should hold our existence, and to hold the existence, what good you should do. Thakur has given actually 4 or 5 ways. 5 normally for every individual we say 3, Jajan, Ishtabhuti, which we limit, but we can extend it to Swasthayini Sadachar. Swasthayini Sadachar, actually I will say these 5 are required, because why? I think yesterday Satsang also Vishwabhai is saying, the COVID came, that's why we Sadachar, we started all the doing, the hands everywhere we are putting around, and in that case actually Thakurji told 100 years before that you should not put your hands on your eyes, nose and other things. And now when doctor saying me, I am doing that. That's how, sorry, I am missing this side. So when doctor is saying this, we are doing that. Okay, so basically we should not do that, because it's all about in our Shastra and other things, we forgot that. That's what Thakur is bringing in front of us, to do all the things. Okay, so this is where actually we should go ahead. We should do proper sadachar. This is what Sat Achar means, how well-being, how you will do your well-being. This is what is called sadachar. Then Jajan means you have to do yourself first. Jajan means you tell others then. If you don't do, you don't tell others. In that note, I will, because this month is Sisi Thakur's birth month, I will tell one of the incident. I remember one of the story I heard, that one kid came in front of Sisi Thakur. One ma came actually in front of Sisi Thakur bringing his kid, actually her kid is having too much of sweets. And in that note, Thakurji, kid came and Thakurji is saying, okay, Thakurji looked towards the kid and then he told, okay. Thakurji looked and then he did not told anything. Ma came, even do pranam and left on that day. Yeah. So next day again Ma came. She is coming because she feel Thakurji will say something. And next day again she came, she do pranam and she sit some time and then she left. Then another day she again came, done same thing. Then Thakurji is just taking in his lap and saying, Baba, you don't eat sweets. So this is a very simple statement. It's nothing like, any, I will do like this, you will leave your sweets and other things. Thakurji told that. And after few days, it really observed that kid stopping having sweets. And why this is that? Actually, Thakurji also has accompanied with lot of bhaktas around the places. And they asked actually, Thakur, you could have told on the first day. Why you took this much of time to telling this thing? Then Thakurji is saying, during that time, I was also fond of sweets. How I can say others to leave sweets? Because this is inside me. I am not doing jajan. This is what I am just trying to explain what exactly jajan is all about. You should do for yourself, then you tell others to do properly what exactly you are trying to convey others to do. So this is what is jajan and this is what is jajan. Jajan means you tell others, first you do, then you tell. Then Ishtavriti is something like you give for, in our Indian culture, normally in our villages. When we have first any sweets or anything, not sweets, we prepare even any sweets, even in our backyard also, when we have any banana tree or anything comes, we give to temples first. Okay, you pray that, then I will have it. So why this concept was there? This is all about anything first I am getting, I offer it to God. This is what is all about Ishtabhuti. Ishta means Ishitva, Ishta means my Astitva. It's come from As Dhatu actually. It's my existence. So again, if you look back, I'm coming back to same existence. Okay. So Ishta also comes from same Dhatu. Typically Sanskrit word I'm trying to connect. So Ishtabhuti is also for your existence. Ishta Bharan. Bharan means to fulfill, or you can say typically to fulfill, you can say in this way. So this is what Jajan and Ishtabhuti is all about. That's why Thakur is saying, whenever you start in your day, you feel which is the highest need of the hour. You may need money, you may need something else. Whatever you need, you just samarpan that. You samarpan that, you start your day, it will be in a good, in a proper way you can spend your day. This is what is all about Jajan Jajan Ishtavati. Swasthayani is all about Su Asti Ayam. So that one I'm not going, it's a typically all this explanation, but Swasthayani is something you have to think your, basically I will tell in a layman term, Thakur saying, you have to think your body as a temple. Sri, there is a sloka is there, Thakurji is, when you take the Swasthayani, right, there is a sloka is there. Actually, you have to think your body as a temple, and thinking on a temple point of view, what need to take care of the temple, and accordingly you have to take care of the body also. This is what is all about. Again, it's coming back to same existence. If you want to take care of your body as a temple, you cannot do anything which is harmful for your body, and accordingly it will connect back to your existence. Okay. So Jajan Jajan Ishtavati Swasthayani and Sadachar. Sadachar also same as I mentioned, one example which I was saying in yesterday and I told you. So this is what is all about Jajan Jajan Ishtavati Swasthayani and Sadachar. So now we have done all these things. Let's say we are doing this. We have to keep our surrounding also good. And how I will follow all this, and how I will identify that okay, I am in a correct path or not. This is where Thakurji is saying. Actually, I will tell one example. In that way, I will explain. Thakurji is saying one day, one I will say one guy. If you guys know Ray Archer Hauserman, he is from Harper Brothers. He was the one of the publisher or owner, you can say. So Hauserman came actually, Sisi Thakur, and he was asking actually, Thakur, you tell me your ideology in 1 and 2 words. So Thakurji is saying, be concentric. So he is saying, be concentric. Then he is asking next question, towards whom? Be concentric towards whom? Then Thakurji is saying, towards your living ideal. So then Hauserman, it's a conversation. Hauserman is saying, okay, if I think Henry Ford is my living ideal, okay, then Thakurji is saying, if Henry Ford is your living ideal, then you will be Henry Ford. You cannot be Jesus Christ. So then Thakurji is throwing the same thing in front of him. Okay, it's your choice which one you will pick. You will pick Henry Ford or you will pick Jesus Christ. Okay, so this is where the conversation went, and he understood this means basically you have to concentrate towards living ideal, means whom you can feel he is the ideal in all respect. Then only you will grow in your life. It's not like Henry Ford maybe commercially is very well affluent person and other things, but he may not have in family, maybe he have a lot of problems, other things. So this is where it's all about. Thakurji is saying you should follow your ideal who is really completing in all aspect. Okay, that's what the main motto is all about. Be concentric. Thakurji is saying the concept is always be concentric. And how you will be concentric, Thakurji explained with a very simple way example. This is where Thakurji explained. Now I am coming back to Dada's last statement. Dada asked actually where I will go for my studies. I will go to Singapore or Europe and other things. Then Pujana Govinda told you go to Singapore. So he accepted. So first of all, you should devote yourself. You should be dedicate yourself completely. It's not like there is yes or no. When he is saying means I will follow that. It's without second thought. That's how is when Acharya, there is a statement. How you will identify, we say Sadguru. How you will identify Sadguru? Thakurji is saying there are 3 characteristics of the Sadguru. Wisely foolish, gorgeously simple, abnormally normal. If you heard these 3 words, it's contradicting. Wisely foolish, one person is wise means he cannot be foolish. Abnormally normal, one person is abnormal means he cannot be normal. Abnormal means abnormal, how he can be normal? Then gorgeously simple, one is quite gorgeous, then how it can be simple? So it's all about, you can correlate this word. Basically the concept is he never imposes his thoughts or his views on you. He will just say a statement It's your wish if you do or don't do. If you do, you will be get your positive vibes and everything. If you not do, you will be in a negative way. So this is what there are a lot of examples also around that actually. How people obeyed, what happened, how people not obeyed, what happened to them also. I don't want to go all these stories, but I just given an example. He followed, he came in this way. This is how he may grow in his life. He is so far he is going good, and hopefully he will be in a good position in future also. He is saying he will do a job change. So I don't want to discuss on that. So this is how it is all about. It's your wish how you will select. That's how I will just correlate back to. I always say this. Our Gita is saying 2 times. When you select your friend circle, you have to think through. There is in Gita also saying Sangat Sanjayate Shraddha. Sangat Sanjayate Shraddha. Shraddhaya Dushti Shuddhata. Dushti Shuddhaya Vishwas. विश्वासात निर्विचारता निर्विचारात भवेत प्रेम प्रेमेश्च आत्मसमर्पण संगात संजायते श्रद्धा. It's on one track. Then same शास्त्र is saying संगात संजायते काम कामात क्रोधो विजायते क्रोधात भवति सम्मोह सम्मोहात् स्मृति विभ्रम स्मृति विभ्रमात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. So this is all about 2 tracks. It's all about your wish, which one you will pick. You follow accordingly, you will be getting your things in a proper way. This is how our Gita and Upanishad. If you see, Thakur Satyanusaran is all about. If you see, if anyone missed that, there is a small book is there. Thakurji has written. Yesterday also Vishwabhai was saying, or Atulda. Actually, he was living and he told how Thakurji guidance to me and other things. Thakurji overnight he has written a book. So this is we say it is the existence of. It is the excerpt of all the Upanishad, all the concepts. Because whenever if I read Gita, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, if I start my first sloka, Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yajishava Mamaka Pandavasya Kima Kurvata Sanjaya. This is first sloka of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So this is a conversational discussion, and out of the conversational discussion you may have 50, 60 or 100 sloka which is relevant and which is the excerpt of the Gita. And in Satyanusaran, Thakurji also saying, in Hindi I am saying, I remember English version I cannot recall it. सर्वप्रथम हमें दुर्बलता के विरुद्ध युद्ध करना होगा. Same way, Sri Thakur is explaining in Satyanusaran, first Bani. First, we have to raise war against the weaknesses. I am just trying to translate. Okay, raise war against weaknesses. So, weakness means what exactly weaknesses? Weakness is not my physical weakness or something. There may be weakness in physical weakness, mental weakness. There are, we say there are different types of things are there. So we should raise war against our weaknesses. So the same in Bhagavad Gita also, to Arjuna, Sri Krishna also trying to remove the weaknesses because of his elders. He has weaknesses, right? Krishna Pitamaha is there, everything is there, everyone is there. So for that also it's the same way. So Thakurji is trying to consolidate the concept, the excerpt of all the Srimad Bhagavad Gita and other things together. So this is how the Satyanusaran has written. So in that note, I will say everyone should read Satyanusaran, try to understand. That will be more than enough. I think time is limited. In that note, I will say thank you everyone for listening and joining for this. And